It's always good to see all you folks out here with Raceway Ministries. I'm their #1 fan. They do so much for Bristol Motor Speedway. By the way, I'm Jeff Byrd, and I work at Bristol Motor Speedway. And we just appreciate them so much. But rather than listen to me again like they have to on occasion, I am really honored and proud to have one of my best friends in the world, a guy I work with, my counterpart from Lowe's Motor Speedway, and the president and COO of Speedway Motorsports. But more important than any of that, he's one of the strongest Christians I've ever met in my life. He shares our philosophy of running his speedway from a Christian perspective, just like we do at Bristol. And I promise you it pays dividends in the end, because that's the way it ought to be. That's the way the Lord wants it. And after all, what else is there except being here to serve Him? So at this time, I would like to introduce to you my buddy Marcus Smith. Marcus.
Thank you, Jeff. Welcome, race fans. How are y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a good time this morning. I see a lot of families in the grandstands, a lot of kids, and just a good time. And that's one of the things that I love about our business. It's all about having a good time, and you've got great memories that you're able to build when you come to the races. Any campers out there? Any campers? I know if you get some campers, you get neighbors that you meet, that your neighbors 1 or 2 or 3 times a year. You might be one from Ohio, and another from Kentucky, and another from North Carolina. But when you come to Bristol and you camp, you're neighbors. And then when you get to come to Bristol and have these great memories with your family and friends, it's something you remember for the rest of your lives. You know, y'all are here because you want to celebrate the Lord, and you want to have some time of worship, and that's the way to start every day. And thankfully, we've got this great sun to warm us up a little bit. It's going to be a fantastic day. Won't be too hot sitting in the grandstands. It's going to work out perfect. Having this great praise music with us is always a nice way to kick things off for the race time. I got started in racing. It's kind of funny for me to think about. Of course, I got the opportunity to pick up a lot of trash and paint a lot of walls when I was younger, and helped around the shop. But as I got into high school and started to go in college, I started to think, well, you know what? I know how to mow all the grass around here. I know how to fix the air conditioners. But I'm not quite sure what the business is about, so I got a job inside, an inside job I called it, and tried to learn how to sell tickets, and learned about the public relations group, and a little bit of the other things that we do around the Speedway. And one event for the Coca-Cola 600 many years ago, we had Franklin Graham come out and speak to the Motor Racing Outreach Chapel before the drivers started to get in their cars. And I had a chance to talk with him, and he said, well, what do you want to do with your life? And I thought, well, maybe I wanted to be in the ministry, or maybe I wanted to be a doctor. And I let him know that, and he said, well, that's great. And he said, what about here? What are you doing here? And I said, well, you know, it's pretty neat. Maybe I would do this too. I'm not sure. And he said, wow, you know, this is a really great ministry opportunity you've got here at the Speedway. And I said, yeah, you know, it'd be great for you and your dad to come out, and maybe we could have a crusade at the Speedway. And he said, yeah, that'd be good, but, you know, how about give me some time out in front of the race fans on race day? I thought that was kind of neat. At the time, I really didn't put the 2 and 2 together. I didn't put ministry and your regular everyday life together. But of course, he was way ahead on me and put it together real quick. And he talked to me for a little bit and told me about just every day is a ministry, and every day you've got a chance to make a difference in somebody's life. So that made a big impact on me, and that's really how I decided to go into the business of racing with my dad. And I'm really thankful for that. And actually, I've been able to stay in touch with a few people over the time, and had a chance to speak a few times with Raceway Ministries and Motor Racing Outreach, and we've got just a super opportunity around our lives every day, whether it's at the Speedway or what you're doing every day, to shine a little bit of love in somebody's life. And you never know what somebody's gonna, how somebody's gonna react or what somebody's going through when you're interacting with people throughout the day. It's not just a regular interaction. You've got a special opportunity, if you're a child of God, to make a difference in somebody's life. So I guess that's what I'll leave with today, that every day you've got an opportunity to have a purposeful interaction with somebody that makes a difference in their lives, and you never know what that might mean in eternity. And you never know, somebody might call you a few months later or a few years later and say, you know what, that time when I saw you at the dry cleaners, or that time when I saw you at the restaurant, that really made a difference, because that day I was dealing with some things, and the way you treated me made a difference in my life. So remember, as you're walking around the day, if you're a child of God, you've got a special opportunity to make a difference in everybody's lives for eternity. Y'all have a great time. Be safe. Have fun. And thanks for being here. We look forward to the race today and the big race tonight, and of course the big race tomorrow too. Thanks a lot, and God bless.